Hi, welcome back to our last video. Today we're going to review everything we've talked about in our past video.
As you know by now, Afghanistan is in a serious crisis for clean water.
Poverty and war have been some of the main causes of this issue.
Though Kabul is in the worst position throughout the country, battling an everyday struggle to get sanitized drinking water for themselves.
This is why we've decided to install a filtration system near the Kabul River to help the community. Like most countries, Afghanistan has the four seasons being autumn, winter, spring, and summer.
Although the seasons bring very little rain to them, causing droughts and such.
Afghanistan depends on spring to bring them the little rain it provides.
Their industry is mainly based on agricultural cotton, tobacco, madder, castor beans, and sugar beets, sheep wool, and highly priced animal skins.
Wheat is common to several regions and makes up 80% of all grain production.
Agricultural products accounted for about 53% of Afghanistan's exports in 2001, of which fruits and nuts were a very large portion.
In some regions, agricultural production had all but ceased due to the destruction caused by the war and the migration of Afghans out of those areas.
Their resources are rich and varied, as well ranging from coal to gas to precious stones and earth elements.
Afghanistan is a landlocked country with vast plains to mountainous regions with great rivers flowing through its numerous landscapes.
Its climates are varied as its topography of mountains, deserts, forests, and grasslands.
Afghanistan's environmental issues today include problems such as soil degradation, air and water pollution, deforestation at an alarming rate, overgrazing, desertification, and overpopulation in its already fragile urban areas.
Some of the endangered species in the forests of Afghanistan include the falcon, vulture, and snow leopard.
80% of Afghanistan's population depends on livestock, but the livestock is quickly being diminished due to the military's killing of livestock to get more money.
Another reason for the decrease in the animal's population is some of the larger predators are being killed for safety and selling their fur, while somewhat smaller animals are being pushed for food.
The wild animals of Afghanistan include more than 100 mammal species, some of which are nearing extinction. The most seriously endangered are the goiter gazelle, leopard, snow leopard, Markhor goat, and back-trained deer.
Other wild animals of Afghanistan include Marco Polo sheep, urals, ibex bears, wolves, foxes, hyenas, jackrabbits, and
Afghanistan's environmental issues today include problems such as soil degradation, air and water pollution, deforestation at an alarming rate, overgrazing, desertification, and overpopulation in its already fragile urban areas.
Some of the endangered species in the area and forest of Afghanistan include the falcon, vulture, and snow leopard.
80% of Afghanistan's population depends on livestock, but the livestock is quickly being diminished due to the military's killing of livestock to get more money.
Another reason for the decrease in the animal's population is that larger animals are being killed for safety and they're selling their fur, while somewhat smaller animals are being poached for food.
The wild animals of Afghanistan include more than 100 mammal species, some of which are nearing extinction. The most seriously endangered are the goitered gazelle, leopard, snow leopard, Markhor goat, and back-trained deer. Other wild animals of Afghanistan include Marco Polo sheep, urals, ibex, bears, wolves, foxes, hyenas, jackals, and mongooses.
Wild boar, hedgehogs, shrews, hares, mouse hares, bats, and various rodents also occur.
More than 380 bird species are found in Afghanistan, with more than 200 breeding there.
With very little government infrastructure to discourage hunting and a habitat disappearing with conflict and drought, much of the country's wildlife is at risk.
Plant life in Afghanistan is sparse but diverse.
Common trees in the mountains are evergreens, oaks, poplars, wild hazelnuts, almonds, and pistachios.
The plains of the north are largely dry, treeless, steppes, and those of the southwestern corner is nearly uninhabitable deserts. Common plants in the arid regions include camelthorn, luckweed, spiny arrest thorough, mimosa, and wormwood, and a variety of sagebush.
Human health in Afghanistan has been a very widespread topic throughout the years.
Afghanistan has one of the worst healthcare systems in the world, with many having little or no access to medical treatment.
Years of civil war have devastated the healthcare infrastructure, and unlike any other countries in the region, Afghanistan has seen increasing rates of preventable diseases, yet they don't have any medical care to prevent these diseases.
According to the World Bank, about 1 in 10 children will die before reaching the age of 5, and there are about 396 deaths per every 100,000 births.
Its infant mortality rate is 66 to 112.8 deaths in every 1,000 live births.
Since there isn't proper health care and most of the parents themselves can't even manage their own health that well, it typically doesn't mean well for the child.
Adults can also struggle from the exposure of contaminated water, leading to kidney disease, nutrients loss, and other deadly diseases, wiping out thousands of citizens.
Inappropriate pipe materials such as asbestos cement have been used for older pipes, which can make the water even more dangerous.
54% of the children's ages 6 months to 5 years have stunted growth, low height for their age due to exposure to contaminated water, bad sanitation, and 67% height weight less than they should.
Human health is not the only thing that is being affected. The water availability in Kabul is definitely amongst the more limited side.
Meaning, Afghanistan gets very little rain, and on top of that, the river's water is not sanitary at all.
For the majority of the people, the rivers are their main access to water.
This puts them in a very difficult spot because they are depending on the water resources that aren't sanitary.
This is why we've designed our project to be installed by the Kabul River to take unclean water that they're using and make it potable for them. The filtration system we chose was the HRO water purification system.
We're going to do a quick review of our cost analysis for this whole project.
After exploring the website WikiHow, we were able to come up with a general explanation of a cost analysis.
A cost analysis is where you implement a program or idea without regard to the ultimate outcome.
It's important to do a cost analysis in order to figure out the potential or sustainability of a project before following through with it.
We had to make sure that our system would provide enough water daily for all the people of Kabul.
The filtration system produces 50,000 gallons of water every hour.
And would produce 1,200,000 gallons every day.
There are 4 million people total in Kabul.
If the average person were to use around 50 gallons of water every day, 24,000 people would get water every day.
By the end of a month, around 720,000 people would get water.
Since we would only install this by the Kabul River, not everyone in the city would be able to access it. Therefore, we wouldn't need to worry about 4 million people exactly.
The RO system would cost $3,000.
Plus paying for people to install it and ship it, which wouldn't be too bad.
And since you only need to replace it every 13 years, you're not spending that much money on trying to help the people.
And plus, everyone in that area would be provided with the water they needed.
Since our system already comes built and put together, it wouldn't require a lot of attention or materials.
The only thing we would really need would be people to install the system by the river.
And some sort of shipment or transportation to get it there.
Minus physical resources, the main thing that we really need is a plan of how our system would follow through.
After all of our planning and efforts regarding this project, the next steps we need are to carry out our plan.
And in general, make sure that the people of Kabul are staying healthy and safe and receiving the clean water they deserve.
Theoretically, if we were to actually fully follow through with this plan, the next step would be to wait another few years to make sure that our system is actually working and potentially reinstall it when the time occurs. Unfortunately, this will be our last video.
But we hope that you get something out of this, and we hope you become more aware of the living conditions some people suffer from.
Our ultimate outcome of this assignment was to help the people of Kabul.
We feel that we've done a good job of planning out an alternative solution for the country to gain access to clean and safe water.
We hope you take some of the things we said into consideration and appreciate what you have access to.
We hope to see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.